Dear friends, welcome back to our school, that is online school, and it is very happy to know that most of you are familiar with online training, online classes, and you are doing good in that. So the intention of this video is to share with you how to incorporate administrative control or centralized control in our Google Classroom or in our online platform, and how to make a uniformity in appearance of our classrooms. So in this video I would like to share with you the two applications, Google Classroom and Google Meet. Actually, Google Classroom is a virtual online space where you can share your materials, pre-prepared materials, and you can have text-based interaction. So Google Classroom can be accessed by selecting the Google app available on the Google search area. Here, this is the area where all applications provided by Google will be listed here. Here you can see Google Classroom, and Google Meet icon is also available, or you can search in Google Classroom and you can see classroom.google.com. By clicking on this area in a computer, you can access Google Classroom. And if you are using mobile phone, you can download the Google Classroom application from Play Store in your mobile and you can use it. The operation in computer and mobile is almost and same, only the appearance of the icons will slightly vary. So Google Classroom is used for storing or uploading pre-prepared content on it. So how to start a Google Classroom? So first of all, you have to, the main advantage of this Google based service is your Gmail ID itself sufficient. You need not register or create any separate area to access these things. So my personal advice is you can go for a dedicated ID for these services, so it will not disturb your personal ID. That means the main point is these Google Classroom actually using your Google Drive space to store the data. So if you use a separate ID, it will not disturb your personal drive space. Otherwise you can go on with that. So go to Google Classroom, Google, and search for Google Classroom. So you can get this link, Google Classroom, classroom.google.com. Click on it and the page will load and it will ask you to enter the Gmail ID. So I'm using my own ID. So next, depending on the net speed, you will get better execution. So this is my classroom environment. So I am going to discuss how to incorporate uniformity in classroom creation for all the teachers, and how to incorporate administrative control, that means principal level control on our classroom, and later the control may be extended to RO level. This is the demand from RO. The classroom should be in such a way that there should be a principal level control on your classroom, and later it will be extended to RO. That means RO people will see our interaction with the students. That means material quality, the way of teaching, everything. So let me have a quick review on this Google Classroom for those who are not familiar. So when you open the classroom, you will get a blank area like this. This is two classes I have added. So first let us start with this. So this plus icon, when you click, there are two options: join a class, create a class. So create a class is the option for the teacher and join a class is the option for the children. So simple, join a, when you click join a class, it will ask you to enter the class code. So this class code will be provided by the teacher to the child through Gmail, by sharing through mail account or WhatsApp. Anyway you can share it. So child can enter the code after joining, after opening the Google classroom.google.com web page by his or her ID, and they can click on the plus button and they can type the code here, and simply they can press the join button. They will be taken into this classroom. And for the teacher side, they can press the create class button, and using classroom at school or university level. So these are the agreement, click on it and continue. press continue button. So it will ask the details of the class. So here you can type class name, section, subject, room, etc. Only this is mandatory. So whatever you are typing here, that will be the first line of your class. Please note, when you start a new class like this, whatever you are typing here, that will be reflected as the first line. Section, whatever you are typing, it will not be reflected in the third line. Whatever you are typing, that will be reflected as the second line of your class. Okay. And room, whatever you are typing, it won't come. So I told you how to create uniformity in the classroom in the beginning. That is my one of our requirement. So see my two classes, 12C Python IP, Python for 12th CS. So here the class is coming here, and according to teachers wish they may create. But if you create the starting letter itself, class and section, it is easy for a third party, that means the principal or regional officer, who can easily identify which is the class, then what is the subject. So if for example 6A maths, 6A maths, and the second line, the teacher who is teaching for the class, that should be reflected, then only the third party can identify. For this case, see Python for 12th CS, it is not very clear which is the class because it starts with Python. 12th A, who is the teacher, not clear. So when you create a class for the first time, I request you to give here first class, for example like 6A space maths. In this way you can give, or if you need require any further details, that also you can give. Section, you type whatever, it will not be reflected anywhere. So section already I have mentioned, class and section, so that will come as the first line header. Maths I mentioned, so it will come here. Now section, whatever you type, it is not going to come anywhere. So let me write 6th A here, but it will not be reflected. Here also you can give like this, 6A itself maths. And subject, here whatever, here subject already we have mentioned, so no problem, it will come here itself. Here I request you to give the name. So name of the teacher, for example 6th, let me give Neha madam, I am giving Neha, so her name will be reflected here. Room, whatever room, you can give KV Kanji code, but it is not going to be reflected on the banner. So in this way you can create. So again I repeat, your class, your subject in the top line, and in the third line name of the teacher, so it will be reflected like this. Now I am just canceling it. Now those who are already using the Google Classroom, they may have classes, they may have attached children attached to it. See this I want to make 12th C in the beginning, and I have to display my name over here. So just click on this class, existing class. I'm talking about how to modify the banner of the existing class. So go to click on it. Here you have a gear icon or settings icon. Click on it, just edit it here, 12th C. So my class is 12th A Python computer science CS. I have given all the details there itself about my class description. Again I am writing 12A, but it is not going to reflect anywhere. Here I will give section. Remember, in section column I have to give my name, you have to give your name, so it will be reflected on the front page. Room, KV Kanji code, subject no matter, first line and third line, remember that you have to edit. Save. And I told you about the class code, that is, this is the code you have to share with the children so they can join to the class. Save it, and you can see the changes occurred, and it will be reflected on the banner of your class. So see, 12A class is very clear. What is the subject? Python computer science. It is also clear for the third party, who is the teacher. Teacher's name is also clear. What is the class code? So this code you can share with your students so they can join by clicking the plus icon. So if you want to come back to all the classes available, you can click on this button, you will come back. So for a teacher, in a teacher's login area, she or he may have 4 to 5 classes. For example, my case, I'm going 12C, 12A, 11A, and 11C, 4 classes. And for in the students area, he will have minimum 5. For example, maths, science, social, English, Hindi. In that way, 5 teachers will be teaching him. So he will be member of 5 classes. You are the teacher. You have to create 5 classes for 5 different classes, and student will be member of 5 classes because he will be learning 5 subjects. I hope it is clear. So you can create the class like this, and you can click on the class. You can see in the banner the class code, or in the gear icon you can click. You can edit anytime, and the class code is also available here. If you feel the class code is not okay, that means the letters in the classes are not pronouncing or not meaningful to express, you can reset. Press the reset button, the class code will change. If you want to display it in big size, if you are not able to read properly, you can use this. So you can copy and you can share it through WhatsApp or email to your friends, your children, so they can join this method. Another method is also there to join. I will come across to that. So this is your classroom. You have created classroom. So what are the items available in a classroom? There are 4 areas: stream, classwork, people, and marks. Stream is the front dashboard where it will show what are the items you have displayed so far. These are the materials I have added to my class so far. And here is a area you can have text based interaction with your children. Hi, how are you? Are you studying well? In that way you can post a message and the children can reply over here. Here also you can add materials to this dashboard itself. Then before going to classwork, now I don't want to save anything, so I will discard it. Before going to classwork, let me go to people first. Here, 2 categories of peoples are there: teachers and students. So, Arun Prashant PV is the teacher who have created this class. If you want to add more teachers to your class, you can use the plus icon and you can invite the teachers by typing their email address. So they will get a email notification, and by clicking on that notification they will be joined to your class. They have equal rights in the class. In your class they will get equal rights. So you can add teachers by this method, and you can add children also by this method by typing their email id. The easiest method is, because while typing we may commit mistake, easiest method is to share the class code as described earlier. So the second part of administrative control I mentioned in the beginning. So every teacher has to add a Gmail ID in this area. So the principal will get a control over your class. Principal will become member of your class. So the Gmail ID is kvkonline 2020 at gmail.com. kvkonline 2020 at gmail.com. So this id you have to add in the teachers area. So kvkonline 2020 at gmail.com, please add it. So you can click on it, press the invite button. So kvkonline 2020 at gmail.com is the id of the principal. Later this facility we will extend to RO level also. Now principal will get an invitation from this class. When she or he click on that invitation, she will be part of it. So in principal login your class will be reflected. That also I can show you how it will be in principal login. Sorry, not Gmail, Google Classroom. So I'm opening Google Classroom. Now since my password is active, it will show my account only. I'm just opening principal ID, sign in. Now I'm going to principal ID. Net is slow. This is the problem we are going to face. Net problem that we have to adjust. So in principal ID, you can see a classroom is added. So principal has to, no, it's not added. Principal has to activate it in the Gmail. The Gmail invitation might have gone. She or he has to click on the invitation. So the class will be added here. Okay. This is my ID. You can see eschoollive@gmail.com. So these are the two features I want to explain: how to add principal level control, how to make uniformity. Remember, the existing teachers, they can click on the gear icon here, give the class and subject and other details. Third line, give the name. Your details will be updated. And for the new people, they can create a class by pressing the plus icon, create class. That time itself, let them give the details like this. That means here the class and details, in subject line their name, that will be created. So the uniformity, every class will start with class and section followed by subject. Second line, it will have name. Now, what are the other item? What are the activities we can do? In Stream, you can have the dashboard, whatever you publish. So classwork is our main area through which we will have pre-prepared content sharing. So you have an option called create. Press this button. Here you have various options: assignment, quiz, question, material, reuse, post. So those who are beginners, you should first, my advice is go to material. So here, what is the title of the material? Here you can share PPTs or any pictures taken from your phone or whatever you want to share, that you can share. So title, so I am giving network, some description you can give, and you can attach the material by from your Google Drive. You can share a link, a YouTube link. You can see when you click the link. If you are sharing a YouTube video, you can give the link file. If you want to upload any PPT or any PDF or anything from your computer, you can upload. So uploading, you can select, or you can simply drag. For example, I want to upload this one, I can simply drag and drop here, so that will be uploaded. Or you can take from Google Drive your recent items. When you click on it, whatever items you have recently visited in your Google Classroom, that, or your Google account, that will be displayed. In that way, you can attach materials using file option. This is the most commonly used option. You can give a YouTube link from your drive, you can share, or you can search directly in YouTube. Here you can search for any particular item, or if you have URL, that you can paste here. URL means directly you can take from YouTube and you can copy paste the address, you can paste here and you can add. So that way you can attach materials here in the classroom. When you attach material, its notification will be coming in the dashboard. So material you can attach, you can have assignment to the children. Similarly, same way, you can create title, instruction, add the assignment. Here you can set what is the maximum mark, when should they submit, what way they should submit, which are the children to attend the assignment. All these things you can hear. So far we have not added any child, so the details are not displayed. Then you can have quiz is also similar to assignment. You can have multiple, you can have um, uh, uh, create a quiz using Google Docs, sheets, etc. you can use. Or you can have points, due date, etc. you can set. Or same features, sorry, this is assignment, I want to talk about quiz assignment. No, another one is question. You can have a question, what type of question, what type of answer. Multiple choice, if you are selecting drop down multiple choice, radio button will come. Short answer means they can write the answers over here. And you can have all add-on facilities similar to the previous one. Then material we discussed. Reuse post, if you want to share any post which you have shared in another classroom, in this classroom you can copy it. See our problem, net. So here I can tell here all the classes which we have will be listed from, for example, from 6a you can copy some content to 6b. In that way you can do it. Then marks. So if you set everything, assignment, everything properly, the child, its marks, whatever we assigned, everything will become in a tabular form. This is all about Google Classroom. I hope you will do it, and it is easy and we can do it, no problem. Now we will go to Google Meet. So this Google Classroom is actually used for sharing pre-prepared content and text-based interaction. Text-based interaction means you can interact with the children by typing the message here. Each child can reply. You can ask, do you have any doubt in particular? So the child will type the doubt here, you can explain it. And another area is Google Meet. This is another application, Google Meet. So search for Google Meet. Meet.google.com is the application app. If you are using mobile, you can download this Google Meet app. Very simple. Now Google Meet is free in this lockdown period. So very simple. Start a meeting. Press this button. Since my camera is active here, it will show camera not detected because two application cannot run the same camera simultaneously. So when you click this, camera is starting. Later it will say cameras are having some problem. That no problem for when you have camera failed. Okay, so my Google Meet is ready. How to add children? So you can press join now button. So you will get a code like this, meet.google.com, etc. Copy joining info, click on it. Joining info has been copied to clipboard. Now you can share it with your students through WhatsApp, the code. When they click on the code, they will be joined to the group. So automatically you can see all the faces on the screen. Or you have another option, add people. You can enter their email IDs here, automatically they will be added, provided they should be online in Google Meet. So they have to download Google Meet and Google Classroom in their mobile phone, or they should use same method, google.meet.com in browser. Then only the children can view the classes or they can interact using Google Meet. So two conditions are there, both the teacher and the child should have Google Meet and Google Classroom application app in their mobile if they are using mobile. If they are using system, they can open this site, meet.google.com for live interaction, classroom.google.com for accessing the pre-prepared content uploaded by the teacher. I hope it is clear. So the intention of this video is to share with you how to use these things and how to incorporate administrative control. That means how to add principal ID. Here you add principal ID. That means the ID is, once again I am saying, KVK online 2020 at gmail.com. Just add this ID and invite as a teacher, and making the appearance. Once again I repeat, once again I express. So click on the gear icon. Here you give your class, then the details of the subject, and in third line your name. That's it. So every classroom will looks same. And the last point, if you want better appearance on the banner, you have a option here, select theme. Various pre-prepared themes are available. You can choose any theme, so its appearance will change. And those who are highly interested, you can upload the photo of your choice. Thank you for watching, and let's do well. Thank you.